Hey guys, Ming here from Illumo. Today we'll be installing our color changing LED boards on this A90 Supra. These boards will replace the factory daytime running lights, which will give you the option to run the color of your choice. So each kit contains 2 LED boards, a heatsink plaster, and the module. So first off, we'll remove the wheels. Once you've removed the wheel, the next step is to remove this plastic cover, just over here. There's 8 clips on this cover. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, and 8, one on the side. Once you remove the clips, you just pop this cover off. So following that, we'll need to remove the guard liner. In order to do that, we'll need to remove 13 screws and 1 clip. So the next step after that is to remove this bracket. It's 4 screws here, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So once you've undone the 4 bolts, there's just the headlight plug that needs to be removed. Just that plug there. Just pull that red pin back. So we're down to our last 3 screws to remove the bracket. There's 2 holding the front bumper. And you've got a T30 Torx for the headlight. Then the bracket should just pop off. And just leave it like so. To remove the factory daytime running light board, we have to undo these 3 screws here. There's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 on top. Once the 3 screws are undone, you simply pull it out and just undo this clip there. So to replace the factory LED board, we'll need to remove 2 T10 screws. Now we'll just simply remove the old LED board and replace it with ours. Supplied is the heatsink plaster, which you just put a little dab on the back to help hold it in place. And redo the 2 screws that we've just removed. Alright guys, next up we have the wiring to do. It's fairly straightforward, basically just a positive and a negative. The wiring's just right behind the headlight. So it's basically just the plug that we've unplugged from the headlight. So basically we just have to strip back these wires. So basically the wiring part is just power and ground. The red and the green wire is the ignition / daytime running lights, and the ground wire is just ground. Alright, so we've got the red wire, which is a positive wire, and that connects to the red and the green on the harness. You've got the negative wire, which is a black wire, which connects to the brown on the harness. So we're just gonna splice and tap it into the original harness. So we'll just tape up the connections so they're not exposed. So now that we've got the power wiring sorted, we just need to connect the power to the LED controller, like so. So the next step is basically to connect the ribbon to the LED board. So we just open that little clip there. Okay, so that exposed part there of the ribbon, that goes facing downwards just into this clip here, like so. And then the black clip just... So now we've replaced the board and the ribbon's in. We just need to plug this back in and then just reinstall it onto the car. Just with these 3 screws. Alright, so next up we'll need to run the wires to the other side. We'll just feed the wires from the bottom up to the top, and we can just run it just under this plate here along to the other side. So to hold these wires that run across up, we've just tucked them through these little hooks. And pull it through. Okay, so once we've secured the ribbon from one side to the other, we'll just need to connect it back into this LED board and just repeat the process of putting it straight back in. So once you've secured the ribbon on the other side, all you need to do now is just basically put the car back together.
Hey guys, Alex from Illuma here. Today I'll be walking you through the color changing LED boards that we fitted on this A90 Supra. So one of the features of the color changing LED boards is startup animations. It's configurable, so we can go into style and you can choose the different boot effect selections. So yellow to white, so obviously that will it'll start up as yellow and gradually turn to white. Cyan, purple. One of the features of the boards is that you can set whatever color you want. Red, purple, blue, light blue, green, yellow. The boards are also dimmable using this dimming slider. So here's a quick demonstration on the different show modes that we have on this app. We have the breathing lamp, we have flashing, we have jumping change, and we have gradual change. We can also adjust the speed using this slider.